I am Auri Luna, and this video is meant to be a description of the influences and contributions of the Vanel fabric as part of my evidence 1 for the course of the conceptualization of space, its theory, and its history. To begin, the Vanel fabric is located in the cool and cloudy city of Rotterdam in the Netherlands and was built between 1925 and 1931 by architects Johannes Brinkmann and Linder van der Lucht, named after the company that commissioned its construction, a Dutch business founded by Johannes Vanel in 1782, originally meant to process and package tobacco, tea, and coffee. Right across the front facade, you'll find the Delvash Hansi, which is a long river-like waterway, and right across from it there is a lovely bright orange and blue penitentiary. Apart from that, there seems to be lots of nice parks surrounding it. It has a linear organization of 3 rectangular blocks and a curved irregular shape on one end. They are distinguished by scale, which means the tallest facade is the tobacco factory, then the coffee factory, and finally the tea factory. Its rhythm is defined both by the exterior glass grid and steel framing, and by its modules. What stands out the most is the transparent glass facade providing natural lighting and ventilation, which is meant to enhance productivity through its positive psychological effects. Another key element is the fact that the inside is tremendously spacious. It has tall ceilings, huge glass windows that allow visual connection to the outside, and significant space between columns, further comforting its workers by completely avoiding a confinement sensation and encouraging free movement. It has large amounts of space which eased its ability to adapt. The building required changes over time in its production line and eventually processed chewing gum, cigarettes, pudding, and rice. The layout logically places stairs, service areas, and break rooms according to production. In fact, raw materials enter at the top of the building, then they are processed, packaged, and finally shipped at the bottom, minimizing unnecessary movement. The elevated walkways between buildings improved circulation, connecting offices and production areas without disrupting workflow. The exterior walls aren't structural. None of the building's weight depends on them. Instead, a framework of interior columns carries the entire load. This structural skeleton makes it possible to design flexible, open-plan interiors that could be rearranged as needed. Since there are no overhead beams cutting across the ceiling, the space feels taller and more open. It is made with prefabricated pieces constructed on a reinforced concrete skeleton and uses mushroom columns. It happens to be mainly influenced by Russian constructivism from 1910 and 1920. The resemblance is undeniable. There are glass curtain walls, there's an emphasis on function, and a clear industrial aesthetic, as it is seen here with the Dom Narkomfin in Moscow. The factory seems to reflect the Bauhaus philosophy of combining industry with function. Its influences are seen in the modular standardized components, the minimalist expression, and the open and flexible interior plans. The Vanel factory also took up the key principles of Dutch functionalism and leveled them up. Hence, it became its model leading up to the new objectivity movement, which was purely rational planning. It prioritized function and used modern materials to reflect the technological optimism of the era. However, it must be said that the Vanel factory seems to lack personality. It's so focused on function that it forgets about design that is supposed to convey emotion or influence any perception. It's too formal. Even so, it shattered late 19th and 20th century industrial design. It enlightened work environments through modernist principles. It symbolizes that thoughtful design can actually improve workers' lives, reflecting a shift towards humane conditions.